listen-only mode.
Hello, hello. How you guys doing out there? See Dave and Bob here. Can everybody hear me all right? So far, so good. How's it going? Good to have you guys here. Good to have you here. We have some new Wrecking Ball updates to go over today. We've added a new payment system with First Data, and along with a couple other things that we got to cover. And then we'll open the floor to some questions. So we'll go ahead and get this started right away here. And I think you're the presenter at the moment. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't have a question box, so I don't know what's coming in. Is there a way we can enable that for me?
Yeah, I probably made you just a presenter instead of organizer. Can you hear me still? Oh boy. You still there?
I'm here.
Okay. Did you get a question box?
All right. Yeah, I got it.
All right.
Let's see what we got here. Okay, first thing we've added to Wrecking Ball is First Data payment systems. You might want to do some research on them. I think you can go to fd.com too. Let me see, fd.com. Nope, that's not it. See if I can find the pricing schedule here for First Data. I think. Can you guys hear me? Cause did you mute yourself, Eric?
Yeah, I muted myself so that I could stay off your toes for a minute here. But I'm watching the question box.
So if you guys are interested in getting First Data payment solutions for your Wrecking Ball, I'm going to throw that into the chat box here. And you can visit that and look at all the percentages. They have some of the most competitive pricing. It's far better than PayPal. But there is a little setup learning curve that you need to know. But we got you covered. Let me go to the Wrecking Ball install here. If you're going to go to Manage and then Settings, and then under Payment Settings here, you just select First Data. There's instructions on a PDF. Let's see if I have the PDF open here. It tells you how to integrate First Data, how to set up their back end with all the URLs that are needed, and everything's given to you right here. And then you just put in your store number. Now you don't have to use PayPal anymore. You can use First Data credit card payment system. And of course, we'll help you through the process. If you're having problems setting it up, we can work with you too. But generally, it's pretty easy. Setup with First Data usually takes probably 1 or 2 days once you contact them to get the ball rolling.
So, and just so you guys know, this isn't required. This is an extra payment processor that you have a choice of using now. Do we have any other on the way, Ed, or?
Yes, authorize.net.
Okay, cool. I thought that was the case. I just didn't want to throw it out there if it wasn't.
Okay, next thing that we've added, and this was covered on several calls and people were griping about it, so we finally did it. We added this inside the packages, payment packages. It's called Add Credits Every Cycle. Many of you are taking checks on the side or payments outside of PayPal or First Data, and you want to have the ability to where credits are automatically added to the user's account based on their cycle. So let's say if you had their billing cycle set in months, they're paying you every 2 months manually. Now, automatically, based on the date when they joined, it'll add the credits to their account. Now, keep in mind, it's not going to keep track of your manual payments if they didn't pay or not, so always be aware of what's going on. If they don't pay you on the second month, this is still going to add the credits to their account. So it's just a simple check mark that we added right here.
Right, and before, yeah, sorry, but I was going to say the way it was working before is it would only add credits if you got the PayPal payment from the subscription. So now you can do that without having a PayPal subscription. It'll add credits every month.
Yep, and for those of you that have SPS, this is a much needed addition to the system. So now you can have those credits automatically be added when before they weren't. Next, there's some new rule changes with the short code. This is implemented by the mobile carriers, not us, not Twilio. What has to happen now on web forms, when somebody fills out a web form, they're going to receive an SMS. You've elected to receive SMS marketing messages from so-and-so campaign. Please text back yes to confirm. they'll text back yes, and then they're opted in. So that's the rule change number 1 for short code only on the web form. Also, if you're using the IVR, back to IVR, same thing. If they press 1 or whatever number they're using to opt in, they're going to receive an SMS with the same message, and they have to reply yes to be added to the list. And those are the new changes since the last time we did a call, and we have several more on their way too. And we've added a few things to the API too, and we're going to present that to you guys in a PDF here in a few days.
And Ed, you said before that you like First Data better than PayPal. Can you give a couple points as to why that is? Is there they take less
first
fees,
thing
or?
is the percentages. I think PayPal is a set. I think when it's everything's factored in, the percentages and also the 30 cents per transaction, it comes out to be a total percentage of like 3.2%, maybe a little under, a little over. With First Data, depending on which salesman you get when you're talking to them, your percentages could be from like 1.25 to 1.75% per transaction. So if you're dealing with big numbers like $1,000 a month, that's when the difference really you'll see in your pocketbook with the percentages.
Very cool. And do we have an estimate on the authorized.net availability?
It's already half done. I'm looking at probably in a couple of weeks, 2 to 3 weeks.
Very cool. Very cool. There you go, James.
And there's a lot of testing that's involved. That's why it takes so long.
So really only a few changes this week. And you know, I think that's pretty much all you had to show, right, Ed? If you want to open it up for questions, or
yeah, we can open up for questions.
Anybody have any questions while we're here on the Q&A webinar? Pretty quiet day today. Hope you guys are doing well. Dave is getting ready for his trip to Sturgis. He will be gone for about a week or so. Can you roll over credits?
Dave's here.
Hey, Dave.
Hey, sorry I'm late.
No worries. Yes, Robert. Credits do roll over automatically. Yep, they do. If you use PayPal, do I have to use the IPN?
It automatically uses IPN.
So yes, David.
That means you do not have to set it up inside your PayPal.
Okay, you don't. Sorry.
It's set up through Wrecking Ball.
Let's see. Do we have a PDF coming for the appointment reminder? Not sure what all the shortcodes are.
Let me check the training here. It says coming soon still, so yeah, it's probably still in development.
We'll check on that one, James. Let's see. On the setting under the templates reset, will you change the image for moot text?
Do you mean in the admin here? This here?
Not sure. Can you elaborate a little bit more on that one, Michael? And Ed, if they're going to First Data, they're going to be a merchant, right? Is that
correct?
What they're going to be looking for?
Yep.
Okay. And Michael's going to expand on his question. Let's see.
And the product that you want at First Data, it's called, let's see if I can find it here. It's called Global Connect 2.0. Global Connect 2.0.
Gotcha.
And that's what's required to take online payments. Otherwise, they're going to ask you to purchase credit card machines and all that other stuff. So make sure you tell them you want to take online payments. And if, for those of you using PayPal and you're using an IPN for another script or another website, it does not matter. We can create our own IPN URLs just through the transactional buttons that we have inside Wrecking Ball.
Cool. That was going to be the next one I was going to get to there.
Here. how would I set up a 500 text plan, then charge 6 additional cents per text for that month? That's rather easy to do here. You go inside your packages. For total SMS, you're going to do 500. And then if you want to charge 6 additional cents, you just hit 0.06 and hit save. Now when they go into their area to buy credits, and go to add credits, they're going to click on this button here. They're going to say, I didn't change it. Actually, I didn't save it, but they would do something like, I need 1,000 extra. They'd hit this button. They would pay. They'd be sent back, and the credits would automatically be added to their account. In this case, they'd be charged $50. Next question.
I'm looking at the Michael's expanded on his here, yeah. Under settings.
Settings. Default layout window.
So we just have to double check the minewindows.php.
So, Michael, you're saying that this particular page right here, mywindows.php, this is not your logo. It's Woo text. It won't update to the one that you've set up. Yes or no, Michael?
I think that's the gist of it.
Now click on set up desired default window.
Yeah, that's what you did do, I think, right?
Yeah, that's what I did. It'll only take certain file like JPEG. Okay, I see what you guys are saying. You're saying that the logo is stuck at Woo text or won't take anything but a JPEG. I changed it and it worked. Okay. All right, we'll further investigate that.
Yeah. Alright, let's see. Does it automatically get added extra credits, or do they have to do it like you showed it manually? Robert, if you set up a package with monthly credits, whatever you set up in the package, if you check that button that he showed there's going to be an update, it'll automatically add those credits every month to their package. But if they need additional credits in addition to those that they're getting added every month, then they can go and purchase credits from their front end at whatever price you set in the package. You can see up there where it says SMS credit EA price, and he's got it set to 5 cents each. So before, like when he went to that credits page and he went to go purchase more, it showed him that it's going to be 5 cents each, and they can put in however many they want to buy extra. So it could be automatic or manual.
Sorry, Eric. You want to make sure, too, if you're using a buy button for First Data or PayPal, do not have this checked off because it's automatically going to add the credits when a successful payment comes in. If the payment is unsuccessful, it's not going to add the credits, and that's kind of how you want to have it set up. We only added this for those of you that are taking manual payments like checks or maybe a credit card outside what the system is currently providing. This way, you can have it automatically set, and you won't have to log in or hear from customers saying, hey, my credits show there are only 10 left, and my billing cycle was last week. Where's my credits? You don't have to listen to that kind of stuff anymore.
Do we have a trial price? Oh, we have a free trial. We don't have, Allison, we don't have like a $7 trial and then leading into a $97, but you can do a free trial for as many days as you like leading into or whatever package price per month you want. So I mean, you could do that, but you'd have to take the payment manually and set them up and everything. We only have the free trial days at this time. Can you say the name of that first data plan one more time, Ed?
Let me search for it here.
Here you go, Global Connect 2.0.
First Data Global Gateway Integration Guide Connect 2.0. So remove integration guide, and that's pretty much what it's called right there.
Perfect. Got that one, Scott. Let me see. Yeah, Michael, with that, you might have to put a support ticket in for that one so we can check it out. I don't think we'll be able to check your install live on the call here. I'll put that link in the chat box just in case. And that's where you can get some help with that. Can't find Global Connect 2.0 on First Data. Is the registering part in the PDF as well, Ed?
No, it's not in the PDF. What you're going to do is you're going to have to contact their customer support, because what they do, they have their own sales team inside First Data, and they also have resellers. So you're going to have to connect with the salesperson, ask them all those questions, and they'll direct you in the right path.
Which means if they price you at something ridiculously high, push back a little bit, and maybe they might be able to negotiate.
Everything's negotiable. Everything's negotiable here. Just not zero. You say I want 0% per month, they're just going to hang up on you.
Global Gateway E4, does that sound familiar?
See, what I'm using is Global Gateway Connect 2.0, and I set that up through my salesman at First Data.
Yeah, once you start that conversation with the sales team, they'll be able to know and tell you what you need to be set up on.
And what's cool is you're not limited, man. If you plan on going to like trade shows and showing off your SMS system, and you want to sign up people right there at the trade show, you could have you could purchase these additional card swipers for your iPad or your Android. Whatever you need to do to operate your business, they'll help you with. Just make sure you're eloquent and you know exactly what you're talking about before you come in here.
Yeah, and let's stress here too that if you don't know what a merchant account is, don't worry about this. Just stick with PayPal. You know, I mean, if there's no reason to go to a merchant account, you don't have a merchant account, you don't need to run over to First Data and get this set up before your wrecking ball system's going to work again. That's not the situation, guys. So explore, you know, a merchant account, because it's very possible First Data will pass you off to many of their thousands of partners, just like Authorize.net. You know, so it's something that you need to investigate and make sure it's a good fit for your business. You don't need to do this. Okay.
Yeah, another reason why we added this too, Dave, is because many people don't like PayPal, and that's just another door for you to accept payments beyond PayPal. And we wanted to extend that to our members.
Right. Right.
Is there a monthly fee on First Data, or is it just the percentage on the
It's all
transaction?
negotiable, man. I mean, some salesmen will tell you 100 a month, some will tell you 20. You just got to know what you're talking about before you start talking to a salesman, because they're there to make money too.
Okay. Let's see. And Ed's asking about web forms. Yeah, Ed. No, there's no way to take additional custom fields on a web form. It's only name and number, or name, number, and email at this point right now. I think we don't have custom fields.
It's probably something
with the new development of the API, though. Well, with the new development of the API, it'll be pretty easy for everybody to integrate with like WooForms or JotForms or any other good form builder that they're already using for stylization, and I think that's going to be a lot more powerful for a lot of people. So you should be able to use actual Aweber form builders and use Aweber to send a post into the system and collect the phone number that way as well. So I wouldn't, you know, I think there will be more powerful ways to take that data inside of the form builder as soon as this API is finalized.
Good answer. Any other questions, guys? When we're all here hanging out?
Is there a way to have the web form display vertical? Well, what you could do is go to this URL and extract the HTML form and kind of play with the form, and it should still operate the same way. The reason why we use iframes is to make it easy for everybody just to plug and play the form into any page. But I think you could take the HTML from this page right here, and it'll work just the same. I'm not going to say I think I know.
Robert says, will it integrate with Infusionsoft? If you're talking about the API, yes, it'd be really easy to send a post from Infusionsoft to communicate with the new API once that's all set up and ready. Let's see. I missed what you guys said about the rollover credits and using PayPal. We did say a couple different things about them. Somebody asked if credits were rollover, and we said yes. And with PayPal, if they're set up on a PayPal subscription through a buy button, every month when their payment clears PayPal, they'll have the credits that are set up in that package added to their account. We also added what we talked about at the beginning was a new feature for if you're taking manual payments, you're not using PayPal and you're not using First Data, you're just taking the money however you want. We added a checkbox that you can check where it'll add those credits on every month without receiving a payment. So that's what we discussed before about rollover credits and PayPal. Dave Ken says he wish he was going to Sturgis with you. Dave's probably setting his bike
Get on a bike.
Yeah, that's what he said. Dave said he's going to be driving through or riding through a thunderstorm tomorrow, possibly. So
we're supposed to get thunderstorms that just follow me the whole way out tomorrow morning, so that's awesome.
We have a question here about in previous calls we'd mentioned possibly the use of an exe file for the appointment reminder, so a business could just go on their desktop, they can double click an icon and it would open up the little widget which would have the appointment settings inside of it. I'm not going to no longer create that, because here's what happened. We were using Browser Bob to create our exe files, and for one reason or another they went out of business. So I went on a hunt for a new exe maker, I downloaded it, and pretty much destroyed my Windows 7. So I am totally going to absolve myself from anything involving exe maker. You're on your own there. All you need to know is with exe maker you need one that creates a window with an HTML form field or HTML box inside of the actual exe file itself. That's all I can say. Browser Bob.
They could set up an account with just that control enabled in the mobile side and set up a bookmark on the desktop.
Absolutely.
When they click it, it would open in Chrome at the right size.
Absolutely. And there's a way to manipulate the URL too. I forgot how it goes, but you can do the width and the height of your Windows screen, so when they click on that, it'll automatically be the exact size that you need it. It won't be full screen.
very good, very good.
Muted. Unmuted.
Let's see. John says, does the viral campaign work? Can you show where we can see the list of referrals each person referred, and where is their unique identifier? Well, it does work, yes. There's not really a list of who referred to or who, what each person's unique identifier is. I mean, you could go into your reports and see, what the system sent them is their unique code, but the only thing it's going to show you here, just like the other ones, is your list of members of that group.
I see what he's saying. I guess it would be nice if we could come over here to the list of people and maybe hover over it or maybe click it over the record and see how many they've sent in and who they sent in.
And we're databasing all that information, guys, and if you have a reason for it, if you have a campaign that needs it, it's certainly custom work that we could do for you. Not saying we're going to jump in and do that for free, but if you have a legitimate need for it, we can find a way to probably make it happen. Put in a request on the support ticket, and we'll see what we can do for you.
Now, and help is a keyword that's reserved by Twilio, right, Ed? Is that we've talked
Yeah.
about that, right?
Well, we have help. Help can't change on the short code. Okay, we can't modify on the long code the help message across the board. Okay, Twilio will let you provision your own help message, and that's fine and dandy, but we can't just make the software set up like that across the board, because it's going to be a problem, and it's going to get everybody with the software. Okay, so what we have talked about on the stop message, when you're on a shortcode, instead of going stop keyword, which burns up way too much text space, is if somebody texts stop, we'll send them a reply and ask them which list they want to be removed from, if they're in the shortcode system on multiple lists. So they'd text back 1 for list number 1, 2 for list number 2, that kind of a thing. If they are on more than 4 lists, then they're obviously upset with text messages in general, and we're going to remove them from all 4. And then if you want to have them resubscribe on a single list, that'll get the job done. So I didn't mean to jump out in front of you guys here, but my understanding is that was our final decision coming off of the last brainstorming call about it.
Yep.
Am I correct?
That's right.
Okay. So that's the way we're going to handle it. We've been getting a lot of people telling us that they have to be able to remove somebody from just a single list if they're on multiple lists via stop message. I don't believe any of you. I think there's 1 in 200 of you that have a legitimate need for that, and I think it's only costing you 0.1% of your subscriber base if that situation physically arises. But that's how the best way we've come up with to make that happen for those of you that are concerned about it without affecting those of you that aren't concerned about it.
Yeah, and just from my experience, when texting stop, when I text stop to a number, I text stop not because I don't like the product, it's because I'm tired of getting messages.
Right, and that's going to be the case with most people. I don't think there's going to be a whole lot of people that are on 3 different lists that are unhappy about it. You know, if they're on 3 lists, then they want to be on 3 lists. When they're done with being on 3 lists, they're done with being on 3 lists. So this way they'll text stop. They'll get a text back, text 1 to be removed from this list, 2 to be removed from this list, 3 to be removed from this list, 4 to be removed from all lists. Yeah, John, we understand what you're saying there. The business owner may want to check those stats. If you have a business owner that's that deep into this thing that wants to check those stats, we can find or give you a way to extract them. I don't think we'll be putting the development into a pretty way for your client to log in and see only those stats.
You can send a notification every time somebody reaches the required number of shares in the viral campaign as well. When somebody gets that winner text, you can send a notification either by, I think you can do either email and SMS. Double check, but
Muted.
I keep getting muted. Sorry about that. Can you guys hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you.
Oh, okay. All right. I'm just double checking here to make sure we can what kind of notifications we can set on the viral. Yeah, that's step 5, John, is a winner office notification. You could do a phone call, an SMS, and an email, or any combination of the 3. So that could be a way to keep track if you need to. Michael says he's addicted to looking for the update notification. Well, don't get used to it. We're hoping it'll be less often so that when we do it, it'll be more features at the time. That's basically what we're trying to do, accomplish. Let's see.
See, I can't click mine. That's not fair.
If you were going to set up a reminder service for local dog vets, would you use a short code or a long code to send the reminders? Well, for appointment reminder, long code's going to be probably better anyway, right? Am I wrong there?
But yeah, you're right in that. You're better setting broadcast with the short code, reminders with the long code.
Let's see. Can we show you guys anything else here today? We might keep it a shorter one. Unless, Dave, do you want to address anything before you head out for your trip?
No, not really. Not really, not along these lines. I know Jason's got a killer call for Thursday planned for you guys, and I know Ed and Eric will keep you informed on anything that they need to keep you informed on, so I'm good. Obviously, I'm going to focus a little bit on what we got going on out in Sturgis. If those of you haven't been on the Sturgis call from a couple of weeks ago, you should check it out. Cool things planned. So other than that, I got nothing.
Well, I think we covered most everything here as far as everything new and most of the questions coming through here. So we got a couple more coming here. If one of the clients submits a support ticket, does it go to us or you through the system?
It goes to the admin, whoever is the owner of the system.
Goes to that email address, right? That's entered as the admin email.
Yep.
Let's see.
Right here.
Let's see. Well, a couple came up. Yeah, we're not going to be able to address things like if you think you got a possible bug. Those would be better handled through support desk. I can give you guys that link one more time. But as far as if you guys have any questions on any of the new features or having campaign troubles, setting something up, and Abe's asking a question about our loyalty system, but we can cover that. Well, Abe, we changed the Subway demo away from Subway because we don't really have the right to be using Subway, so we set up Dave's Hot Rod Cafe campaign instead, and I think actually it looks a lot better than our previous Subway campaign was, so we left that alone because we don't really own Subway, and we went with Dave's Hot Rod Cafe. Anything else as far as help with anything we can, campaign styles or anything like that with Wrecking Ball before we jump off? Michael, I don't believe we have PSDs of all the images, but send us a support ticket. We'll see what we can do.
Yeah, that's quite an undertaking to get all the PSDs for every image.
Yeah. Does the email address have to be our address to WBSMS system? Yes. The admin email in the system needs to be your Wrecking Ball membership email. And that's going to be the email that the license is attached to. If you try and change your admin email to an email that isn't your Wrecking Ball email, then you're not going to be able to get back in.
I kind of understand where he's going at here. Like he has a different email he's using for Wrecking Ball, and he wants to use something else for his support. I think that's what he's getting at. And that's something I think we can oblige, and it's a fairly easy addition that we can do.
Okay.
I could probably add support email address here. Would that help you out? All right, Zeke.
What is the best way to move them from loyalty over to WBSMS? Well, Ed, you can set up in loyalty, probably be better to cover that on the loyalty Q&A, but you can set up feeding into loyalty system from Wrecking Ball. When they opt into a certain campaign, you can have them added into a loyalty campaign. So that would definitely be the best way to do that. Let's see. Yep, and Allison, I think that's what we just talked about there. That's what the emails going out would be, that email. That would be for support and for things like the mass email too, right, Ed?
I'm sorry, I was kind of in the middle of something.
Oh, yeah. No, like, if we had that added for the change, if we went to an email and we wanted to send an email, like the notifications, that the email notifications the clients get when they have low credits or whatever, would that come from the support email address then?
Correct. Yes.
We'll just use it for that, for all those notifications then, yeah. Let's see. David, as far as compliance, we've tried really hard to make our system compliant automatically. As far as best practices and stuff, you could just go to Google and type in mobile marketing best practices, and you'll find a plethora of resources that can definitely keep you compliant and following those best practices. But for the most part, our system holds pretty tight and does a good job of staying compliant. And there's going to actually be some changes coming in October to kind of handle the new rules of compliance that are going to be enacted. So we'll be talking more about those as it gets closer. So, anything else, you guys? Ed, Danny, you have anything else? No? When the training video is going to be updated on the client mobile site? Not sure what you mean, Robert.
I don't think we have.
I think the training can only be accessed from the desktop back end, not from the mobile side, as far as I know.
Yeah, only from the web end, not the mobile end.
Right. Oh, for loyalty. That was a question for loyalty. All right, guys. Well, we have another meeting to attend to as soon as we get off of here, and we will be back again next week with another. We'll probably do a loyalty and a Wrecking Ball Q&A to make sure that you guys are all covered software-wise, along with our Thursday think tank with Jason Bell, and he's got some good stuff planned for that. So make sure if you're in the tank, you make the call this week, with Jason, and yeah. We'll be in touch with you for our next Q&A. Hope to see you guys there. I think Dave already hopped off, so thanks a lot, you guys. Ed, did you want to say anything else before I close it up here?
Yeah, if anybody has any questions, hit us up in the support desk.
Yeah, and that's support.wreckingballmobile.com, and we got guys there waiting for you to help you with anything you need. Thanks for coming, you guys, and we will talk to you soon, and we'll have another one of these next week to keep rolling. Thanks for coming.